Hello people. Today I will be starting a franchise mode. Now, uh, you might ask what team we're using. You already know because you clicked on this video and it's on the title, so I don't even need to tell you. We are to be using the Ducks because I feel like they have one of the best prospect pools, especially defensively. I love defensive prospects. And I think it'll be a fun challenge because they're not good right now, but they have some upside. If you guys, I'm going to be using my custom rosters. Um, so just a quick overview of some overalls here. Looks like we are only above San Jose, which makes sense for our division. The settings we're going to be using, we're going to turn odor mode off, player morale, nope, or fog of war. Nope, please don't touch my lines. And maybe should we play with player morale on? Sure. I normally don't by myself, but it'll make more of a challenge. And normally I don't play with injuries on either, but for these videos I'm going to keep injuries on. So, trade difficulty hard, authentic, waivers on, fog of war, maybe another series, but not for this. Injuries. And then we're gonna put draft class quality. You might hear like tactics and them talk about how EA really needs to get rid of generated players for the first 3 or 4 years of the draft. So hopefully we can just make it so there aren't any added players, because I have added in a decent amount of prospects. Keep all those on. Morale meetings, no thanks. Okay. And then that was advanced settings, right? Okay. Sliders, we will turn injuries down to about 10, I think. I think Tugi uses like 9. I'll use 10. And other than that, I think all the sliders are fine. And yeah, let's get this started. So yeah, we're going to be using my custom rosters. If you guys want to check them out, if you're looking for a good set of rosters on PlayStation 4, they're under current rosters DEC, as in December. Mackenzie Weegar is my gamer tag, so they're decent rosters. I spent a few dozen hours on them. Could have spent more time, but I basically just added in, like, I created all the players from the US and Russia that are notable prospects that are already on NHL teams, and then yeah. So let us look at this screen to see who we've got. This will just be an overview video, starting this up. So Dostal, of course, our best goaltending prospect. Hopefully in a couple of years he'll just take over John Gibson as Gibson's contract ends. We'll probably not have to look to move his contract because we're kind of rebuilding right now. Stalock is our backup. Yeah, Gibson, yes, has dealt with a lot of pucks in his past, so not doing that well right now. Our NHL defenseman, not looking great. Minchikov already having a really good season. So these are, just so you guys know, these ratings for mine, most of the NHL players were edited between October and November. So if they've had hot seasons since, they're probably not going to be completely accurate. For example, Frank Vetrano, I made him a little better, but he is probably due for an upgrade in my next release date, which will probably be in February because he's just sniping. Although I have him on my fantasy team. These past couple weeks, he's been pretty slow. Hasn't scored a goal. So hoping to see him get a 30 or 40 goal season this year. That would be cool. Then look at some potential on our team. This is what I'm talking about for having a really good prospect pool. Like they have the 3 defensemen of the year from all the CHL leagues. Now Tristan Luneau, he was a point a game defenseman in the Q last year, but I'd like to make him more potential, but just based off the model I was using, this is the highest potential I could give him right now, just because the Q is such a weak league right now. But Zellweger and Minchikov should be really good for us, so hopefully pick up maybe another good right-handed defenseman in the draft coming up. Connor Smith from my last video, nice. Didn't even plan that for him to be on the team. So let's see what we got for centers. Oh yeah, we're stacked for centers. Zegras, we'll see what he can do once he gets back from injury in real life this year. McTavish is doing really well this year in real life. So, and then Carlson, kinda playing it safe with him, but I like to see that rather than rush him in like the Rangers do. Henrique, he's had 2 back-to-back really good games in real life, so he's done good. There's a lot of, with my rosters, you'll notice I don't give prospects good potentials unless they really prove it. I usually use the JFresh model, so a lot of what my details are from him and elite prospects, and from what I know. So these are our prospects, like Jacob Perreault, first round pick last 1 year, so he's already not great potential, but I will say that with how I've edited all the players, lower overall 70s can still be played in the NHL and be pretty good. Like 75 is still listed as a 4th line for his role, and 73 is a depth rather than an AHL guy. So see, there's a 73 still listed as a 4th line, so the overalls are a little bit different in my roster. So I'll keep going here and maybe just quickly just scroll through all these so you guys can have an idea of what kind of prospects I put in. I'll sort by trade value so you can see some overalls and some potentials. We'll quickly go through this. Just to get a base value of my rosters, like Simashev would have been like a guy who I would have added. A lot of guys from Russia I don't really know, like it's tough to know, so they don't have the same potentials as I give guys who are over here, because you never know with them. So yeah, we'll just go through here. Glitched out a little bit there, but Mackenzie Weegar, my guy. Nikishin, he put up a ton of points in the KHL last year as a 20-year-old defenseman, so he's got an interesting potential. He's like 92% to make the NHL under JFresh's prospect cards. Bedard there, he'll get a bump in the next roster edit. Juracek, great defensive prospect. McDavid up there. Kachuk having a slow season. You guys can see what your favorite team is. I think the only team that beats us with defensive talent is Montreal. Just they have some lefty, righty, and then Justin Barron, Jordan Harris. Yeah, they got some defensive prospects. Nashville looking a little rough there. Devils are really good. Michkov. getting up to the World Juniors here, and it's gonna be sad not to see Michkov at the World Juniors, but you know, makes sense why Russia can't be there. Just hope we can get Michkov over here in the next few years to see him play. So there's just a quick run through. I won't go through the goalies because you'll see there's a lot of pretty low level goalies. And yeah, I will go through the draft, see how many added players EA gave us for this year, so I can kind of show you guys what my draft looks like. Yeah, so you see these two added guys. This guy's added too. So I have Celebrini, obviously he's a top guy. Cole Iserman, Lev Shunov, he is playing in, I can't remember if he's in the NCAA. He's in the US, and he's playing really well. I think he might be playing in the NCAA as a defenseman, so he's an elite. And then some more guys playing in the CHL. Here's another generated player, another one. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they need to get rid of this. This is messing this all up. Some other guys, and this is a guy I created who's not in the game. Lane Hudson's brother. He looks like he might be just as good. Michael Misa's brother. Silayev, he's a guy in Russia, 6'7", and he looks like he has some offensive skill too. David Jiricek's brother also looks like he could be better than David too. Kiviharu is supposed to go really high, but he's been falling off. So here's some more guys. So yeah, some more created guys here that I created. I kind of give them what a basic potential and overall, because you never know, like, it changes so much. I will tell you guys that I used to add in like all the guys listed as notable prospects under Elite Prospects page there, but it just changes so much throughout the year. I just added in like the main ones, like the only one, like, I added a few for this year, and then like the only one or two I added in for next year, the 2025 draft, is James Haggins, because it looks like he might go first. So figured I had to add him in, but you really never even know. Goalies, who do we got for a goalie here? Oh yeah, Vinny. So there's no really top guys. I know Gabriel Daigle is out of the queue, is in the 2025 draft. I think he goes usually around the end of the first. I think I have him back to a elite. I had him as a franchise last year, but again, you never really know that far out. So just kind of try to make it interesting. I don't put high potentials, because that creates more value in you keeping your NHLers on your team rather than just switching them with prospects. So yeah, just look through our lines quickly. I already showed you who we've got, but this is who we got. And I think next video we will get going into the season, start with our first season. Won't try to do much. I just want to make sure we're doing bad so we can get a higher draft pick, just like in real life. The Ducks are. I just wanted to check on if the if we were over the salary cap, but we are. So yeah, and then next year we'll have to re-sign Henrique, a few more guys, but yeah, that'll be something we can do next video. And that was the base video for this franchise mode, and hopefully this will be a fun series. See ya.